Hey, Izzy, what the heck was going on with today's lunchbox? You didn't give me enough snacks, and it was pretty damn lackluster on the whole. I bet there are starving kids in third world countries who get better lunchboxes than the sorry excuse you gave me.
I'm sorry, Craig. I could barely afford to keep up with the food expenses this month.
And whose job is it to do something about that? Yours, woman. You better make me a good supper, or there'll be hell to pay.
In that case, won't you let me have some more money to cover our living costs? I'm barely scraping by as it is. If you do, I'll be able to make you nicer lunchboxes and suppers.
What? I already gave you $700 a month. How are you struggling to do your job on that?
But my share of the rent is $400. After paying that, I only have $300 left. Not to mention, I still have to cover the utilities. If I'm lucky, I have maybe $100 left for food at the end of everything.
You're gonna make me repeat myself. You're a stay-at-home housewife, Izzy. Making a little go a long way is your goddamn job. Why can't you just do your job without all this goddamn whiny complaining, like all the other good wives of the world?
I'm not kidding, Craig. I'm barely coping here. You were giving me more than enough money for our living costs before. But now, you give me less every month.
We're still getting by, ain't we? I don't see the problem.
Barely by a thread. If you had any idea how much I'm struggling to put food on the table for you, you wouldn't be talking like this.
Life is struggle, babe. Quit looking for an easy ride. The bottom line is that we are getting by.
Sure we are, but naturally, I'm gonna have to make sacrifices on food if I don't have any money. You can hardly complain at me that the quality of your lunchboxes is going down. Craig, would it really be the worst thing if I got a part-time job? I feel like it could solve all our problems. Things would be so much easier at home if I had a little extra money coming in every month. I don't even have to do that many hours. Even something like 5 to 10 a week would make a huge difference.
Not happening. Are you forgetting that we live out in the middle of bumfrick nowhere? If you get a part-time job in a place this rural, the entire village will be making fun of us before you know it. Grandma from next door will be poking fun at me, 'cause she thinks my salary's low. My reputation around here will be in the heckin' dumps. If you get a part-time job. No, it ain't happening.
Seriously? No one would poke fun at you for me getting a part-time job, Craig. Everyone knows how tough things are financially these days. No one in the village would care.
Well, I would, Izzy. I'd care.
Listen, I saw they had recruitment posters up at the local supermarket the other day. Would it be okay if I tried applying? I think I'd be in a good shot, like you said. We're hardly in a big city, so chances like this don't come around every day. I really think I should take advantage of the opportunity.
Can you read? I said no, it ain't happening, and that's the end of it. You can't seriously think anything good could come from a woman having access to her own money.
What?
You'd only get carried away and blow it all on frivolous crap. Get so wrapped up in going out and having fun that you'd neglect the housework and things would fall apart at home. That's what women are like. I've seen it.
Surely that depends on the person. I'm not like that at all.
I'm not giving you permission to get a part-time job, so you may as well just drop it. I mean it, Izzy. Before I lose my rag. Big time. If you got too much free time on your hands, try making a vegetable patch in the garden or something. That way you could save on food costs too. Man, I am clever sometimes. We're renting a place with a yard, so why not make use of all that space?
But it costs money to start up a vegetable garden.
You have the time. Why not try using your damn head for once? I'm sure you'll make it work if you stop complaining and actually try.
Use my head? That has its limits.
Whatever. Just put up with it and quit your whining. I'm sick of this already. I'll give you some more money when my salary goes up.
It's not like you don't earn enough already, is it? Why do we need to wait? What exactly have you been spending your money on lately?
Having a social life can be expensive.
But you were giving me plenty before. Why can't I help but feel like something strange is going on here?
Sorry, sweet cheeks. My boss is calling. See ya.
Craig, wait! Don't run away from me. We'll be discussing this again when you get home. Craig, I found some receipts while I was cleaning the house today. What was that? What's going on with you?
Huh, receipts? What do you mean?
Receipts from big shopping sprees and hotel stays.
Oh, those? They're from the business trip I went on recently.
Business trip? But why would the receipts be lying around at home? This doesn't add up. Surely you should have taken them into work so you could claim it all back on company expenses.
Jeez, Izzy. What the heck is with you? I just forgot is all.
But they were all crumpled up between the sofa cushions.
Yeah, they must have fallen out of my pocket. I would have found them eventually.
So what about these shopping receipts? Why would you need to be buying expensive Peeps Lauren bags while out on a company trip? And ladies' accessories? What the hell is going on here?
They were for work, too. Look at the date. It's from when I was on my business trip, right? I hardly ever get to go to the big city, so I figured I should make the most of it. Accessories were a leaving present for one of my coworkers who handed in her resignation last week. That's all. Of course, everyone chipped in to pay.
I see.
God damn it, Izzy, you're so cringe, it's unreal. What kind of nutjob goes out of their way to read crumpled receipts?
Hey! Don't call me that! I just wanted to know if I should throw them away. And surely I was right too. You just said yourself you forgot to take them into work.
Yeah, I guess. You don't have to try and investigate everything like some kind of frickin' detective. It's like you think you're in some kind of movie. You wear me out.
Because you're being wasteful with money when I can barely afford to feed us.
Wasteful with money.
You didn't just buy a new bag, you bought a bunch of new clothes too.
Yeah, because I needed them. For work.
Craig, please. We need to start saving properly. This isn't fair when I can barely afford to feed us. If you have the money for luxurious things like that, you could at least send a little more my way to keep the household running.
Like I said, the clothes and bag were for work.
Even still, why did you have to buy the most expensive brands? You could have gotten this stuff for 1/10 of the price if you wanted to. Why spend hundreds of dollars on a bag?
You're a woman, and a stay-at-home housewife, with no life experience, so you wouldn't understand. But everyone with a brain knows that real men are expensive brands. A luxury Peeps Lauren suit is what separates the pros from the amateurs. You can't walk around the office in cheap junk and expect to do a good job, or for people to respect you.
All I'm saying is we shouldn't be buying all those things we can't afford.
Don't worry, babe. We can afford it. Trust me. It all falls well within the scope of my salary.
Wait, so you're saying I'm the only one who has to tighten my belt financially?
Well, duh. You're a stay-at-home housewife. That's your job.
I see. Fine. I understand what you really think of me now.
Make no mistake. You're living on my dime right now. Not for my kindness, you wouldn't have a roof over your head or food on the table in front of you, so you're in no position to complain. You have no right to message me like this when I'm busy at work. Do not bite the hand that feeds you, woman, or it'll be the last thing you do.
What am I supposed to do? You never listen to me when I try talking to you at home.
Fine. I'll hear you out next time, but this conversation is over for now.
Wait, can we discuss your mom for a second before you go?
My mom? What do you mean?
She told me she wants to see you.
Stop this crap, Izzy. I told you I cut her out of my life. Why would you even bug me with this? I was nothing but a walking wallet to her. She leeched off me financially until we got married, and even had me paying off her freaking debts. Me and her are so done.
Won't you at least try talking to her once? She said if you don't talk to her, she's gonna go to my parents' house.
It's fine. Just ignore her.
This is your mother, Craig. This is no empty threat, and the last thing I need is her showing up at my folks' place bugging them. Surely you didn't forget how persistent she is when she sets her mind on something.
Sure, that's why I switched jobs and we moved out here to the middle of nowhere. Whatever you do, just make sure you don't tell her where we live. There's no way she could afford to hire a private investigator, so as long as we don't give anything away, we'll be fine.
Craig, are you serious? You're giving me $50 for us to get by on this month? Is this some kind of sick joke?
My bad, babe. I went a little too crazy on the card last month. It's all I could afford to give you.
What do you expect me to do with $50? We'll never be able to get by on this little.
Chill, it's fine. I see stuff on TV and YouTube about people who get by on $50 all the time.
Yeah, because those people don't have to pay rent. Not only that, but we have the utilities and both our phone contracts to think about too. There's absolutely no way I'm gonna be able to make things work for $50 for an entire month. It's impossible. Are you insane?
Don't say it's impossible to get by on 50. It's your damn job. Surely you still have some savings left from when you were single. Supplement things with that for a little while. And quit your whining. You'll make it work if you try.
Impossible.
Didn't I just tell you not to say that?
Fine. I'll stop sending your parents money.
Huh? You send my parents money? Don't make me laugh. How the heck would a stay-at-home housewife like you be able to afford to send my mom and dad money?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe the savings from back when I was single you just mentioned 5 seconds ago?
Wait, what? Have you actually been sending my parents money?
Your mom and dad know where we live, Craig.
What? Why? I told you not to tell anyone.
Apparently your mom went into even more debt to investigate it.
Holy mother of God.
6 months ago, she threatened to show up here and cause a huge scene if I didn't start sending her money payments. I knew what crazy lengths she went to extort you before. So I just kept my mouth shut and paid her, afraid of what she might do.
Why didn't you tell me about any of this?
Because she told me she'd come straight away if she found out I did. She told me it would be only for 3 months at first.
Let me guess. It wasn't, was it?
No, but I have no reason to carry on protecting you anymore. I'm going to run out of money completely soon, so this ends here.
No, just wait a sec, Izzy.
I'm not waiting. You've been out spending like you're a member of the global elite, despite the fact that I'm stuck here at home forced to get by on next to nothing, and I'm sick of it. This ends here. I have no reason to carry on protecting someone like you.
But what the hell am I supposed to do if my mom and dad show up? God, escaping from them the first time around was hard enough.
Not my problem. I want a divorce. I'm leaving.
Hey, Izzy. Where are you right now? Won't you please come home, baby? I'll apologize for what I did, I swear.
Didn't you get a call from my lawyer? I'll meet you on the days he's scheduled for a discussion.
No, I don't want to discuss divorce, please.
Whether you want it or not makes no difference because I do.
I mean it, babe. I'll apologize for letting our living allowance get so low if you just come back for a little while. Won't you just think this through again one last time? We're making a major life decision here. Please, you have to help me. My mom and dad showed up at the house out of the blue last week. They let themselves in because I forgot to lock the door, and now they're sat on the sofa refusing to leave.
Yeah, I thought they might do as much, but like I said before, not my problem. My mind is already set on the divorce.
Every day is a living hell for me. They keep dragging me to the casino in the next town, threatening never to leave the house if I don't give them gambling money. They force me to take them out to eat at fancy restaurants. They buy whatever the hell they damn please at the supermarket. I can't take this anymore. They even took some money from my wallet while I wasn't looking. I won't be able to get by anymore if they keep this up much longer.
Why not try tightening your belt and being a little more economical then?
This isn't the kind of thing that improves by being a little more economical. They're already trying to force me to go into debt to cover their insane spending, because most of the loan companies won't even speak to them anymore. This is out of control.
This is rich coming from you. The fact you have the nerve to complain about this after giving me $50 to run a household on for an entire month tells me everything I need to know about who you really are.
Yeah, about that. Listen, babe. I'm sorry. I just had so much faith in you. I thought you'd make it work somehow. You're so clever, babe, I figured you'd be able to pull some sort of trick out of your sleeve.
You forced me to get by on peanuts. And now you expect me to help you in your time of need? What the hell is wrong with you?
I'm so sorry.
I don't need your apologies. All I need from you is a divorce and compensation.
Huh? Wait, what? Compensation? Compensation?
For the affair.
Affair? What are you talking about?
Do you seriously think I don't know? Did you think I wouldn't find it suspicious when you suddenly started spending like a guy on twice your salary and reducing the money you were giving me for the household? Not only that, but you sure did start taking good care of your appearance, huh? Not to mention, constantly being cold and disrespectful towards me.
I don't remember being cold towards you at all. Do you have any proof for these wild claims? An affair? Give me a break.
Do you really think I'd be making them up if I didn't? I've been digging around ever since I noticed you were acting weird. Your business trip to Seattle recently, that was actually a lover's vacation, wasn't it? I know everything, Craig. I have plenty of photos of you guys going around in the car together too. So how about you stop wasting both of our time and come clean?
Oh man, Izzy, I'm so sorry. I was never serious about her. You have to believe me. She was just kind of my way of taking a breather. Yeah, that's it.
Your way of taking a breather is having an affair? Incredible. The idea that you cheat on me as a relaxation method somehow makes me feel even worse.
Come on, babe, please. I told you. I wasn't serious about her. Not even for 1 second. It was just a meaningless bit of fun.
Whether you were serious about her or not, cheating is cheating.
Izzy, please, you've got no idea how happy I've been since me and you got married. You're the light of my life. I owe you so much. Finally being able to escape from my toxic parents and achieve the happiness of being with a loving wife. I owe it all to you, baby. You're my rock. You've been there to support me this whole time. I'd be lost without you.
Is this going somewhere?
Please don't divorce me. I'll break up with her. I swear on my life, it's already decided. We'll never see each other again. I promise you this is the end of things between us.
Why would you go and break up with your lover? Me and you are definitely getting a divorce and there's nothing you can do to change that. So why end things with her too? You wouldn't want to be completely alone, would you?
What? Why? How can you do this to me when I love you so much? Why won't you understand me?
Excuse me? You reduced my living cost allowance to the level of a teenager's pocket money? If that wasn't bad enough, you gave me crap for having to economize on your lunchbox ingredients as a result of your tight waiting, all while having it away with some floozy behind my back. Is that your idea of love? You're crazy. I'd have to be the world's biggest moron to stay married to a low-life sack of cow dung like you.
Please, baby, like I said, I'll never do anything like this again.
I simply don't believe you. I worked so hard for you, Craig. But I know it was all meaningless now. You're more than happy to insult your mom and dad. But what you did to me is no better than the way they treat you. I guess it really is like they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Don't lump me in with those guys. They think they're fully within their rights to steal everything I own just because I'm their son.
You mean like you thought you were fully within your rights to treat me however you wanted because I'm your wife? You're just as bad as them. You thought you could force me to do anything, didn't you? This is your job as my wife. This is your job as a stay-at-home housewife. Blah, blah, blah. I was left to eat nothing but leftovers every day while you lived up large with Lover Girl? I haven't eaten properly in months.
I really am sorry about that.
Even the paltry amount of savings I had left over from before we met. I couldn't even keep that because I ended up letting your deranged mother blackmail me. Why do you think I did that, Craig? To protect you. But I know what a fool I've been now. I'll never let you betray me like this again.
I won't, I swear. I'll do whatever you say from now on. No questions asked.
All right, so agree to divorce then. And pay me every last cent of the compensation I ask for if you genuinely are sorry. That shouldn't be too hard, should it?
But I don't want to divorce. How am I supposed to get by without you by my side? Did you forget that my mom and dad are here?
So you need me around to help you fix your problems? That's what you're saying, right? You haven't changed one bit. You can't handle them by yourself, so you're trying to use me as your human shield against them?
You just don't get it, Izzy. Please forgive me. I'll deal with my parents. You don't have to worry about them. I'm begging you. I don't even know if I'll be able to afford this month's rent at this rate.
You're going to break up with your lover, aren't you?
Of course I am.
Great! That means you'll have lots more free time then. Why don't you use it to try and come up with a way to dig yourself out of the mess you made? You see stuff on TV and YouTube who get on by $50 a month all the time, right? You can do it, Craig. Just tighten your belt and start economizing. Why don't ya? Craig, being as stubborn and petulant as ever, wouldn't agree to the divorce, so I was forced to take him to divorce court to have it arbitrated on. Naturally, having mountains of evidence on him cheating on me, he didn't have a leg to stand on. It took some time, but 6 months after the events of today's saga, the divorce officially went through and I became a free woman. I got a one-off compensation payment from his lover at the time of the divorce, and even today, I still get monthly installments from Craig. I wasn't so keen on the idea of installments because I wanted to erase him from my memory, but he really didn't have any money, so I had no choice but to compromise. Thankfully, he signed under the condition that if he ever missed a payment, his assets would be seized and sold to make sure I get my money. To add insult to injury, the fact that his lover was one of his co-workers meant that rumors of his scumbaggery spread like wildfire around the workplace after the divorce. For my husband, who cares clearly what others think of him, it must be a pretty hard environment to work in. Sadly for him, if he doesn't work, he'll no longer be able to provide for his deranged parents or keep on top of my compensation payments. Which means there's no way he can afford to quit. His parents are up to their ears in debt due to their absurdly wasteful spending and gambling habits. So something tells me they'll continue to exploit him from here on out. That said, I don't have even an ounce of sympathy for him. He only has himself to blame for his desperate situation, and I hope the pain of regret torments his every last waking moment. Maybe he can use it to reflect on his behavior and become a better person. As for me, I spent some much-needed recuperation time at my parents' place before finding myself a job. Thinking back on it now, I know my ex-husband never deserved my love or support, but at the time, my feelings I still had for him were clouding my judgment, and I didn't have the courage needed to divorce him when I should have. But now I feel nothing but gratitude for the fact that he's no longer in my life. No matter how much you love someone, it's always possible for them to change. It's still pretty painful for me to remember that period of my life, but I'm gonna look to the future and let time work its magic in healing my wounds. It's time for me to find the happiness I know I deserve.